Hey guys, I'm Johnny and welcome back to Jonny Plays Minecraft. This is episode 50, we've made it. It is so crazy. I've been doing a little bit of work in the house here, not too much, just kind of finishing off a few things that I've had ideas for. But today's episode 50, that's really exciting, and so what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be having a little bit of a tour of our world here, which was suggested to me, and I think that's a great idea. But let me just quickly give you a rundown of the building here, and then I'll talk a bit about comments, and we'll get into the tour. So I've done the walkway and I've done the wall on the outside. We've got another 3x3 window here. I've just run out of glass. We're gonna have rooms going along. On this side, I put a staircase coming up on top of where this big window is. And what I thought we could do up here is like maybe a little barbecue and some seats or something. We could put some glass railing around, I think might be kind of cool, and some windows in here and such. And I think that was kind of a cool idea, because I didn't know what else to put up this side of the walkway here. So that's my ideas for this. The bottom area here will probably... Is my sounds on? They are. They're not coming through my headphones because it was through my stereo before. Down the bottom we're going to have this big open entrance which we'll do something with. The bottom needs a lot of decorating, still a lot of work to be done. And we've got the rooms, potential for rooms behind here at the bottom level as well, which I think is cool. But first of all, I just wanted to say as well, there's going to be something secret over the back of this hill. So when you guys download the world, you should load in somewhere here. And if you run over the back of the hill, there's going to be something special over there. I haven't done it yet, but it's going to be something you guys can muck around with and have a bit of a play with, because I haven't had too much time before I record here to get it done. So I'm going to do it off camera, so I can do it, spend a bit more time on it. But what we'll do here is I'm going to run back down into the laboratory there and go through the portal, and we'll go back to the original spawn, and let me give a bit of a tour. So here we are back at the beginning. This is where we started episode 1. Actually we started out in the snow biome forest at the back there, but this is where we began our base. This is where we built our first house up here, which is now gone to make room for this big iron golem farm. But we did have a house here at one stage. So the reason I wanted to do a tour today was because for most of you people that watch it now, there's most likely never seen the beginning of this series. And I've had a few different bases in the time of this series because I like to change things up a little bit, and to keep things interesting, I like to move around a bit and start new projects. So this is kind of why it's all new, really. So I've got Iron Golem Farm up here. This one works, this one doesn't. As you can see, it's not quite finished. I never got around to that, but I was in the process of getting a lot of quartz for this one and trying to decorate it really nice. And never got around to finishing the other one because I was always too busy getting quartz. But it's all stone brick on the inside and got the villagers in here, and it's looking pretty nice. I did a pretty good job with it, I reckon. It's not too bad. So that's the Iron Golem farm, but the main base is actually below here in the mountain. So we need to go down this way. There's not actually a proper way down anymore, because before I moved, I changed a lot of things around. So we got this kind of outdoor garden kind of thing happening underneath the Iron Golem farm here. And we've got this big window looking down and in, but we're not going to look in there. And then we've got this staircase going down in a spiral down to bedrock. As you can see, goes all the way down. And we've also got this ladder going all the way down, but I like taking the ladder anyway. So then this is what we first did. The first thing I worked on in this series was this big base, and the whole idea I had was to dig this big base down to bedrock and have this big hole down the middle that eventually I had planned to set up an enderman farm and be able to like teleport down with ender pearls to each level, or go down the ladder, and each level would have a specific different thing it would have. So I kind of did coloured rings going down, and it's kind of a cool concept, I think. I never got around to finishing it off. We started like putting quartz in the walls on this back wall here. We got big windows on this side to look out. I started doing details on the side here, and that was going to be a potion room up there, I remember. And then of course we've got the Iron Golem storage, which there's none in here because I took it all to my new bases. But if we go down, I'll go down the levels and quickly give you a brief overview. there's no bed near here anymore, so we'll have to go through the night for a little bit. But that shouldn't matter because we're all inside the mountain anyway. So the second level is a huge storage room, like absolutely massive. I never planned to move to begin with, so this was, at the time, it was a great idea. We've got these automatic smelters in the middle. We've got all storage going all the way around, and then at these ends as well, we've also got a big storage room or a compact storage room, so lots of items in a very small space, as you can see, and this is where most stuff was kept before I took it all to the new base. Still left a lot of stuff here, I think, though. So that was the second level. Down one more, we've got the farms, I think. Yeah, we got farms, so we got a sugarcane farm here, boom, fairly simple, got hoppers going into the chests. We've got a potato farm, we've got a wheat farm, and we've got a carrot farm, and the idea was to do kind of this design all the way around with different outlining blocks around each one. That was kind of the idea. I was very low on resources at this stage and never got a whole lot of this finished, which sucks, but I do plan to come back here, don't worry. At some stage I do want to come back and restart it all. I think this is probably where I'll come back after the current base, when I get sick of that, if I ever do. So the next level was going to be a village, so I put a few houses in here. I've changed this around a lot since I started it, but there's a few little farms here that I haven't got to work on. There's a few little buildings around the place, and that also comes outside the cliff here, because this is where the ground level is, and we've got a few buildings out here as well. There was a lot of work to be done. So on the next level down, let me just quickly eat some food. So yeah, this is the original base for a lot of. I wonder how many people. Let me know in the comments, guys, if you've been here since we were working on this original base. Let me know. I'd be interested to know. So the next level down was animal farms. So we've got this kind of rainbow effect of the sheep farms going around the back wall there. This never really worked properly, and I was in process of fixing it up. But I was about halfway done when I realized it wasn't quite working exactly the way I wanted. But the way I had it originally was to harvest the sheep like in here. And at the time, if you bump the sheep, they get stuck in the back wall and they were suffocating and things like that's why there's so many missing. They kept suffocating in the back wall. I think that's fixed now. If you guys happen to know, let me know, because then I could take this back to the original way it was and we can fix it up and get it working again. But at this side we've got chicken farms in here, not actually any chickens. These were set up to be pig farms, and these ones here were cow farms. So the way this works is you breed the cows like this. The baby drops down the bottom and it goes down this little bit here, and when it grows up it falls onto the trapdoor. When it grows up, it goes into the it falls into the water there. Sorry, it goes up into the water and drowns, and then all the items go on the hoppers and get sent up an elevator and into this middle chest right about here. There we go. So that's what that was set up to do. Now, the rest of the levels don't have anything. There's a little pool at the bottom, so I could jump down from the top and survive if I wanted to. And there's a bit of a strip mine down there, but there's not too much down there, really. So what we might do is we'll go back up now, and we'll go outside the village here. There's the next thing I worked on once I moved away from this base a little bit. I decided that I wanted to go back to building medieval, which is something that I used to do on my old channel, and I wanted to give it a shot again because I like doing medieval. I found it very easy to do. So I began a little bit of a medieval village. Let me just quickly get into bed here. And this is where we started doing questions of the episode. I think this was about episode 20 or so we started here. So there's a few questions of the episode in here, as you can see. I might even just grab all these books. This would be really handy for me. And then we stopped that because I just didn't get enough questions, which there will be one in the end of this episode, by the way, guys. Got some really good questions, so thank you for your feedback in the last video. But just starting out here with the medieval base, we have a big board here I just kind of put up. And this got people's suggestions on it for things to build. So we've got wheat farms and taverns and statues and parks and gallows and banks, jails, market square. We've got heaps of stuff on here that I was planning to build in the village, and I probably will come back and get onto that. We've got the Lucky Ducky Inn. I don't remember calling it that, but apparently we must have called it that. And we've got the inn in here. We've got some nice tables and stuff happening. We've got some plates and some cups. And then on the upstairs here, we've got the inn, and there's a few rooms in here with some chests and beds and so on and so forth. Very high ceiling. But this was probably the biggest building in town, I think. Hello, buddy. You'll have to die now. And third one, dead. Beautiful. So there was the big inn, tavern and inn. This was meant to be a big feature point for the city, as it was kind of at the crossroads here. So we've got a road going that way, a road going this way, and a road going back up the mountain there. And this was a big place where everyone could come and meet. And yeah, I thought that was kind of cool. So we're gonna have, I was gonna put a little fishing shack here. There was gonna be a building there. I started marking out where I wanted buildings to go. This was just a house. This was a house. We had a stables over this way, and we've got a few horses in here. With Harold, we've got Jay Trisha. We've got Little John and Beanie in here. So they're the horses. We have double stables. All these cobblestone markings where I was gonna build houses. This was the butcher. We started work on that. So this is like frozen meat, all bloody, and chunks of meat in big blocks there, and there's lots of blood on the floor, as you'd expect, I guess. So that's not very sanitized, but that's the butcher. Over here we've got the market square, which I was starting on. We've got a fountain in the middle. We've got a few shops going around the outside. Up here's the gallows, and so we walk up here. You can stand on this, and if you want, so you go in F5, we're up against the gallows, and we can get hung, and then the person behind just pulls this lever, and you fall down, and you get killed, you get dead. So that was that, and then the other side we're gonna have a stage, but that never got finished either. So let's quickly head up the mountain. I can show you up there, and then that's all for this beginning base, guys. A lot of what we did at the, actually there's one more thing which I can show you actually after I go up this mountain, but this was a lot of what we did in the beginning, and then about episode 30 or so, I think it was, I moved to 1.7 came out, and I moved away a bit to muck around with the new biomes and start a bit fresh, I think was the the thing I was going for. So there's a few houses up here, nothing too special. If we come up the top here though, this was the first house I built up here. And over this way we've got a big watchtower, which is pretty awesome, looking down over the city. And then at the opposite side we've got a little bridge going across, and then we've got this awesome statue, which is from a tutorial by a guy named Evil Sketch. If you want to go look him up, he does a bunch of awesome, really compact, detailed looking statues like this. None of this snow was here at the time, by the way. That's all new from 1.7. But yeah, we've got a nice little statue, which I actually absolutely love. I think it looks so awesome. But let me quickly just jump over that mountain there, and I'll show you what's over there, and then we'll head over to the new 1.7 base. Now we're over the mountain. The base is just back that way. We've got this little underground area here, which I kind of built under. I found this zombie spawner here right at the beginning, like right near the beginning. It was really awesome. I've got a bit of a dodgy, never fix this up, but I had this really cool zombie spawner here, which was set up, worked really well, and I really liked it. But now looking back on it, this is a pretty bland design. I mean, I need to do something about this. It's a bit plain and boring, but it was working, and this was my zombie spawner. But let's quickly head into the Nether. I just wanted to show you guys that because I don't know, I want to cover everything. So this is the Nether hub. Here, let me turn hostile mobs off because I don't want to listen to the cars. So this was my Nether hub. I did a little bit of work on it, not too much. But this way goes to the stronghold, which has got nothing there. That way there is a skeleton spawner, I believe. I don't think there's anything special with that either. This way, yeah, if we go just through this under this little walkway here, and then under the next one, we'll get into the 1.7 base, which we started and had to stop pretty quickly because of a big issue of iron being a very big issue in my Let's Plays, and why I, for some reason, continue to try and build with it. I have no idea, but this is where I came out to. I came out over the ocean, somewhere in that direction, I believe. But I had this idea to build a giant turtle island, and I thought it was a pretty cool idea. And I started work with it a little bit. As you can see, we've got a central area here, and we've got some farms going around. And then I started a bit of a tree farm going around the outside of that as well. But in the end, I just ran out of iron blocks because I was planning to surround all these with iron blocks and stuff, and I decided I'd move off a little bit and try something else instead of trying with iron blocks, because that wasn't it wasn't really working out too well for me. So we headed back over to the mainland here, which is the savanna biome. Those dark oak trees I grew, don't worry about that. So this is the savanna biome over here, and we've done a lot of work over here. This is all fairly new stuff. Yeah, this is all pretty new stuff. At this point, I don't think the Let's Play was doing too well, and I wanted to get away from that. That wasn't going well for me, and I was finding stuff hard to do, and I started this dirt village, which came out alright. Never really got this done once again. I have a habit of not finishing things. I need to start finishing things I start, really. I really do. But I started that, and then I got my new microphone, and I wanted to make a new change, so I moved inside the building a little bit. That closes the door, and we need to step on that one more time. So I decided to move into the mountain here, and this is probably where I'd imagine most of you would be up to. Like a fair majority of you would have seen this, I reckon, and if not, a bit after this. So we put that back. So I had this kind of walkway. I had some chest storage in here, and it's just kind of a bit of a survival base I worked on a little bit. Like, we got pumpkins and melons on that side. We come down to the next level. We had some areas where I could bone meal that and get some red rose dye for the carpets. We got a cow farm in here, which is going well. We've got a pig farm in that one there, I believe. Yep, and we've got a double-storied plant farm in this one. And then down the next level, we have chicken farm, iron golem farm, and chicken farm in here. Yeah, or egg farm, sheep farm, and iron golem farm, which was all working fairly well. But down here was the next thing I started. This was about November-ish, I think, when the holidays started again, I think that was, or the school holidays, for the Christmas holidays, I mean. I came down here and I began work before I got really busy. I had a lot of time on my hands, and I thought, you know what would be really awesome? To dig a huge hole out of here. And I dug this huge hole out, this big, all the way from whatever level that is down to the bedrock. It's not far from the surface, I know that much for sure. And I began work in here. We did a little bit in here, and then I got really busy and didn't have a lot of time to continue the work. I think, yeah, there's a viewpoint from over there. Let me go over there and have a look. There a lot of this bottom stuff as well. There's a bit of netherrack and portal and stuff. You guys have never seen that. I tried recording an episode with doing that stuff, but I didn't like it, so I don't think I ever uploaded it. But we'll go back into here. Then I can show you what the tower looks like. So I did this kind of weird looking tower. Now that I look at it, it's alright, but the plan was to have a big tower going up, and this I planned, I think, to dig this whole area all the way up to the surface and have this big floating kind of island in this big hole, or this big building in this hole. That was kind of the plan. And I will come back and finish this at some stage. Like I said, the good thing about having all these bases is I can come back to these at some stage when I really find them interesting and continue them on. And it was just like, I think it'll be really good at some stage to come back to them, and this nostalgia feeling, I guess. But we'll head down to the bottom, and I'll go into the nether again, and we'll go to the next thing that I've got in this world, which is our nether tunnel and blaze farm. So yeah, I got a little bit of a nether tunnel in here. I will continue this all the way to our new base, but down here is the blaze farm, and I just remembered what happened is I didn't leave the old hole base there with a big tower. I didn't leave that one. I went to make a witch farm and never went back. The reason for that was I got a job in the holidays, I remember, and I just didn't have enough time to go back to the old one and continue digging it out. So I think I decided I'd keep the witch farm going and do that instead. So I've got a bit of a blaze farm in here. It looks a bit funny. I've wanted to come back and redecorate the walls and redo this little tower here. This is where I have to go. I have to go in those 3 exact blocks up there to spawn both blaze farms at the same time. It's very key for it to actually work. So it's I have to have that extra tower there. But yeah, I just like this design when I did it, but I'm not sure at the moment. But I got this kind of, this ladder going up, which you can see out kind of, which is kind of cool. And we've got the Nether tunnel here, which is also pretty awesome. And then along this way, we're getting really close to modern day stuff now, guys. So we head down this way just a little bit. There's a bit of a tunnel, and then our kind of new base, I guess. So yeah, there's been a lot of stuff happening in this world. I just wanted to quickly say as well, because mentioned in comments from last video, guys, because this video is a bit more of a tour, I will get into your comments and suggestions and stuff next episode. I just want to get the tour done today because it's a bit special, and then I want to touch a lot on the comments, I think, next video. By all means, leave your questions as well in this one for the question of the episode, which we will get round to. Let's just avoid this ghast as best as possible. So my bridges in the Nether are never too safe, but I don't think I've ever fallen off them. To be honest, I'm pretty safe with it all. But in here, to this portal, just coming down, this was the original portal I had going at the end of this bridge, and this comes to the Mesa biome, which I was tearing down this big hill here. We built this little modern house out of snow, which doesn't really make sense in the sand mesa here. But also at this point, I accidentally loaded my world up in 1.6.4, I believe, back at my savannah base, and all my ender chests and everything got wiped, and I had a bunch of diamond tools in there. That sucked at some stage. I remember that happening. But all my biomes, when I went back to 1.7, actually loaded themselves back up, which was good because I was tempted to create a new Let's Play at that point, and if the biomes had happened to broken, I guess, I think I probably would have started a new Let's Play. But going that way, that goes to the ice place. But down this tunnel here, this is the witch farm, which I started and didn't look back on after I started it. So this is probably where 80% of you, say at least, or 70 at least maybe, would have seen or have been around since, or seen most of this anyway. So this in here is the underground laboratory, which is awesome. Let's just break that. So yeah, got our little laboratory here. Got the witch farm in there. We've got the elevator, we've got the nether portal, we've got the iron golem farm, we've got the levers, and the storage room, and the open areas, and the tunnels, and the slime farm, and then we've got the potion room, and the enchantment room, and the cactus farm, and the melon farm. This is probably one of the better bases, I reckon, so far. I think I'm most happy with this one. To be honest with you guys, I'm pretty happy with this base. And then that's why I didn't, like, when I've wanted to take a little bit of a break from it at the moment, I didn't want to move too far away because I was worried it would end up like my other bases where I just forget to come back at some stage. So that's why we've come out to at the surface, at the mountains there, or at the plains at the end of the perimeter there, just because I want to stay close by so I can come back here. And it's not like starting fresh, but it's just starting a new area, and we can come back here in a few episodes or so, or every now and again whenever we please to. So let's head up here, up the ladder. So yes, guys, just wanted to thank you guys so much for all your support throughout the series. Episode 50 is crazy. That's a huge amount of episodes. I've never done that many on a series before, and it's ridiculous. So it's really cool to have a Let's Play going for that long. I reckon it can get to 100. Hey, the house looks kind of cool from up here. I like that area, especially if we get a barbecue done. So yeah, thank you so much for all your support throughout the series and keeping it interesting for me, and I hope I've done my best to keep it interesting for you. It's had its ups and downs, but it's definitely on the up at the moment. So by the way, come out here and you'll see something over here when you download the world, which will be there'll be a world download for episode 50. Every 10 episodes I do a world download, as most of you probably know. So yeah, there'll be something out here. Come and check it out, and it's just over the mountain, and it'll be a little bit of fun for you guys. It's nothing too special. It's gonna be a little bit of a mini game. Spoilers, but it's nothing too special. The one I wanted to make hasn't got a bit of problems that I'm just mucking around with, but I've got a few mini game ideas, but this one's just going to be a basic one for you guys to muck around with a little bit, and you guys can go and explore the world for yourself as well. And yeah, but let me quickly write this book up, let me get the question, and we might answer it and just end the episode there. Ah, man, I was just getting the question there, guys. I just reread through a lot of the comments, and oh man, there's so many good ones in there, and I just wanted to once again thank you guys so much for the amount of, like, there's so many good build suggestions in there for this little town we're going to be putting up here. There's so many positive comments about the build here, this house, and just about the series, and some good ones about modded survival as well, which, by the way, I don't think I will be ending that. I just wanted to get people's opinions on what they thought of it, so it's good to see that people are enjoying it. And just something I wanted to quickly add as well is, all you American viewers out there, here's the thing. When I put up my video, most of my Australian viewers, you guys are on it. You guys are on the ball. You guys will comment, and I get, like, most of the views, I get most of the comments from most of the views in the Australian time zone. Overnight when I sleep is when I get the most views on my video, but there's never very many comments. So all you American viewers out there, go on, leave a comment. I want you to leave a comment right now if you're watching up to this point. Just let me know. Just say anything you want. It'd just be cool to see some other people in there as well. And if everyone else wants to leave another comment, that'd be so much appreciated, guys. I love reading through them. And by next episode, we'll be going into some more detail with taking your suggestions and starting some builds and stuff. Today was just a bit of more of a fun episode to explore the world. But anyway, things have come to an end. Let's wrap the video up with questions of the episode, bringing it back at episode 50. What a perfect time to bring it back. And here we go, question of the episode 50. And then I got the date in there, as always, and then, will you ever do a webcam or vlog? And that's by Kilowatt. And I picked this one because I thought it's probably, a lot of people would probably be curious about it, one way or another, or would like to see one, and I just thought I'd pick it and address it, because I thought it was a good idea. So, my idea for a vlog, the first time I ever do a vlog, I would like to do it kind of sitting down in front of the camera and talking to you guys, probably doing a question Q&A or something. That would probably be the first time I would do a vlog, and I kind of don't really want to do one like anytime soon. I kind of want to keep it for like a special celebration, like special video, something like 10k maybe, or even later than that, 20k, 50k maybe, if I ever get to that stage. I don't know, like, I want to make kind of a special thing. Plus it's always good to be a secret hidden person that no one knows what I look like, even though I do face cam in streams sometime. But after the initial, like, after I do one vlog, I'd start adding face cam and webcam into videos, I think. But probably nothing until I do the first one. I don't know when that would be. I don't have a video camera or anything like that anyway, so can't do one right now. But sometime I would like to do one, but at the moment, not anytime soon. So don't look out for one anytime soon. But some milestone in the future, I would love to do one, and I think it would be a lot of fun and kind of cool to do. So there you go, guys. That's questions of the episode. I hope you did enjoy that. I hope I answered your question good enough, and yeah, I'm excited to bring that back into the series. I think it's a really good idea. By all means, guys, as well, next episode, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be getting work on your build suggestions and some other ones. I might try and finish the house in my own time. I got to get building on this secret project behind there, plus challenge number 1. I think we'll take first challenge next episode and get working on that. If I talked about that last 2 episodes ago in episode 48, if you want to go back and see what that's all about. But once a week, I hopefully trying to do a challenge suggested by you guys now, so I think I've got one. If not, feel free to leave a challenge suggestion in the comments as well. Man, talking 100 miles an hour. But that's all, guys. I hope you did enjoy it all the same. If you did, be sure to hit that like button. As you guys know, it does help me out. And leave me all your feedback in the comments, because I love to read it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for 50 episodes. It's really awesome. It really means a lot. And I'm looking into the wall. What am I doing? And yeah, just wanted to thank you once again. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Johnny, and I'll see you all in the next episode. Bye!